Warfare, directed by Mendoza and Garland under A24. It's a movie about the experiences of Mendoza and his team in Iraq, and it's real. This is how I will describe the movie if you want to click away now, but let me explain. While there are lots of different war movies to watch, including the popular ones like Full Metal Jacket and Saving Private Ryan or Hacksaw Ridge, there aren't many movies that are doing what a warfare is doing. Two movies I love, Apocalypse Now and Platoon, they're both philosophical war movies, which are amazing movies, but it hits a different sweet spot and they try to do different things. Black Hawk Down does show the difficulty and mixed feelings of being in an operation which costs too many lives to justify its integrity, but it's not the same thing. Warfare is just different. While the movie came out to, I guess, a mostly positive score, I feel that most movie critics, which are kind of scum to begin with, did not understand the amount of effort that went into making this. There's a scene where a soldier needs to drag another soldier away from an IED blast. They could have used a dummy, but they did not. Every single actor in this movie is in full military gear, comparable to what they wore then. The soldier on the ground is one of the actors, and the difficulty of dragging him to safety is real. Mendoza was there, on set, all the time. They trained CQB movements and they learned from Mendoza how he would tackle these situations. I mean, Mendoza was there when the incident happened. Garland and Mendoza never had the intention of showing themselves on screen as heroes. It isn't a debate whether or not they were. It isn't the point. It tells the story of how it happened. I wasn't there, I can't confirm it, but I believe it, and that's enough. I don't believe Tom Hanks. That's what I'm trying to say. I know he's an actor, and I know he was not there on fucking Normandy beaches. I think a lot of people who watch movies or documentaries in general are quite desensitized to violence and gore, and maybe the impact of it has been softened by exposure. But the way this movie tackles it by using audio is amazing. The moment the IED hits you, you can feel it, and the aftermath too. The movie starts slow and moves slow. They have long stills looking down the street where the actors move in. Almost the entire night raid is quiet, but sometimes interrupted with whispers. They secure the civilians living in the house, it then cuts to them working on surveillance. They talk, they communicate with the other teams in the area, they joke, but slowly the tension builds up. They spot suspicious activity outside, and they hear they're being watched. They see people moving out of the streets and a blue Opel pulls up. They see one of the men wielding a PKM. Then a grenade falls through the hole. They need to move. It doesn't try to entertain you with cool firefights or action scenes. It entertains you with how an operation would go, and how wrong it could go in a matter of an hour, because that's how it goes. I'm not going to claim to be a vet because I'm not. I'm not even American. There isn't even a large subculture surrounding the army where I live. I'm just a guy that likes war movies and games and books and other kinds of media. But it feels real, and I think that feeling is something very little movies can achieve. It doesn't mean that you will feel the same way. I think the movie critics, they don't have a soul, they don't feel the same way. Like I mentioned before, I love war movies. I grew up watching them with my dad at a young age, probably a little too young. We used to watch a lot of movies together, but the movie that started it all for me was Das Boot. Das Boot is a German movie about a German U-boat crew during the Second World War. It's a movie that captures the horrors of being submerged in a metal tank in the deep, expecting the enemy everywhere, and the claustrophobic setting of a U-boat. The feeling this movie captures is being human. And even though the setting is completely different from Warfare, and there's a time difference of about 44 years between the two releases, for me they achieve the same feeling. I don't remember everything about Das Boot. It's been about 13 to 14 years since I've seen it last, and I was pretty young back then, and I had about the attention span of a TikTok user. But the feeling it gave me was insane. It is the same one. It's just fear. Fear of being there, being completely immersed into a movie. And I think that's special. I think this movie is a masterpiece in its own right. I can't recommend it to absolutely everyone, mostly because of its shocking material and subject matter. But if you enjoy watching war movies, then you will enjoy this one, but for different reasons. It's the entire reason I decided to make a video. I deliberately did not go into the entire movie. Mentioned here and there some spoilers, but please don't be discouraged to watch it. The movie is quite short. It's about an hour and a half, so give it a go. If not, then...
Weak.
Like I said before, I am no movie critic and neither am I a YouTuber. I've put off making a video for years. I still have a script about Old Boy, the one from 2003, not the remake. And I still want to make a video about that movie, but I never knew how to start it. I never knew how different this is compared to giving an actual presentation or essay. But here I am, and this is the product. But the reason I started writing a script after watching this movie, which was about 5 minutes after watching the movie, is because I felt like I could say something. Not necessarily what other people don't say. I haven't watched other videos about this movie, mostly because I was making a video myself and I didn't want to steal others' opinions or content, subconsciously or consciously. So I wanted to make something myself, say something that I feel like I should say, and mostly, well, not necessarily advertising this movie to everyone, because I don't think everyone should watch it, and I don't think Ray Mendoza and Alice Garland thought the same way. But mostly because I just wanted to say my opinion on this. I think mostly people watch video essays because they enjoy the entertainment of them or just want to shut their brain off. So, yeah, this is kind of what I'm doing as well. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Mostly do what you want, man. Just go watch the movie if you enjoy it. Thanks.